boys, cause they make you dance, but you better get your groove on. And I'm not talking about, but they too strong. Talking and we get it started, pull up in the U-Haul, you get your move on. And they know they ain't seeing us.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go from Seattle. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
Let's go now.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. You talk about this Falcon defense. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently fourth toughest in the NFL.
And this is where we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
And it gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Seahawks at 12-1 now to start play. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw out wide to Walker. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Well, this defense for the Falcons very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This complete to Lockett. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game. What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. He'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown! DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Okay, break. Reload.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
To throw on second down. Bolden checks this one down to Robinson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Bolden. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And partner, I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top 2 seeds in the NFC. I think they're the 2 best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top 2 teams in the NFC.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Second and 5. And that's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll drop to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. On 1st and 10, Bolden. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. Trying. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Get it?
3rd and 4. And London motioning left. Slot man moves right. On 3rd down, Robinson. They didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. A great effort there. Scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. He completes this to Walker. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
They'll try for the first with Walker. But he's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage and just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Ready? 19 Lions.
Throwing to start the drive. Bolden. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Throwing on 1st down. Bolden sets up the screen to Robinson. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
18 Cardinal.
Robinson on a give right side. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. This one from 35 yards away. Koo knocks this one through the post, and now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Walker with a grab, left side. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Back to throw again. Catch is made by Metcalf. He's brought down, and remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought the first half, it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ready. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 1. Now they'll change things up.
Cougar 19. Hey, check that.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Well, now after all of this, hang on here, because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. On 1st and 10, it's Algier. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 41, here's second down and 5. Now run straight ahead with Warren. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Algier will try to pick it up, and he's going to have a Falcons first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
60 Eagles.
Algier with another carry. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
Last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Algier now up the middle. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. and does a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
Off the bootleg. Bolden, he'll buy some time right. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Pat the 60, pat the 60. Hey, smash Bronco.
Algier going straight ahead. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bolden. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting it with a sack. And it brings up 3rd down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now this red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. And they got to him again. Ochillinuwosu has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. We'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will make this a 9-point lead. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To the right side, this is Walker. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
The Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll look to throw again. This is Fant on the short completion. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Myers' kick is good. He's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On first down, Bolden. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, 57 yards. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Go.
Back to throw here. Finding Walker complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38.
And that's good for a Seahawks. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Another try from the 19, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
No receivers open, so he was forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Fourth down, 10 yards to go.
19 tight.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Falcons are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Cowboy 80. Warrior 70.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Check mash. Check mash.
Back to throw. Bolden. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down. And it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
Okay, break.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire